Welcome back to Pokemon Blue, guys. Last episode, we became the champion of the Pokemon League, aka we are the strongest trainer in the world. So I've been doing a little bit of training in between episodes because there's only one thing left we can do in the game, and it's against something that's quite powerful. Let's get started in here. So after you beat the Elite Four, you end up back here in Pallet Town in front of your own house. It's not too bad, except for if you don't have a Pokemon that knows Fly, you have to go all the way back just to get that. Now, I did actually go back and rematch the Elite Four several times after my first championship, just to get a few levels on the team. See, we're all in our 50s now. Drizzy is really close to evolving, which will be nice. But we'll go back to Viridian City so I can get somebody that can fly, and I'll meet you guys in Cerulean. Now, you're probably wondering, why are we back at Cerulean City? I thought you said we did everything we could do here when we were here eons ago. And I did, but there's one more thing that we couldn't do until we beat the game. See that cave over there? Had we tried coming through here earlier, there would have been a man there, standing there, blocking us, telling us it's too strong for us. Well, now that we're champion, we have clearance to go in there. What could possibly be in a cave that the Elite Four doesn't even want random trainers wandering into, you may ask? Well, let's go and explore and find the answer ourselves. First things first, I don't even think you can get to the cave without Surf, so it's already blocked off for a while. Just go down here. This is supposed to be the ocean, I believe, and it's just a little inlet, but you can't really tell with these graphics. But here we are. Welcome to the Mystery Dungeon. This place is crawling with very powerful Pokemon. In fact, if you come in here under-leveled, they will completely stomp you. Let's get you up there, Drizzy. So, let's get on. In fact, some of them might even appear over my rappel. Now, it's a giant cave. The ocean's coming in here. And it's got a maze inside of it, too. It is the final testament to your strength as a trainer, to be able to survive and make it through. Do remember a lot of kids on the playground, after they had beat the Elite Four, they didn't really remember that they could come here. It's like, well, now what do? We've beaten the Elite Four, and now we're the most powerful trainers, but there's nothing else to do. Well, that's where you'd be wrong. Thing is, if you never even tried to come in here after getting Surf, you wouldn't even remember it's here. But anybody that's really into Red, Blue, and Yellow's metagame knows what's at the end of this cave. It's the most powerful Pokemon. It completely decimates everything else without even trying. And we've even read and not met it, but talked about it a lot in previous episodes. Most importantly, when we were exploring Cinnabar. Let's see here. Yeah, let's leave the rappel off for a while. Let's see what kind of encounters we're gonna get. See the power of the Pokemon here. "52. Yeah, if you came in here, or even if I came in here after beating the Elite Four, I'd be weaker than all these guys. And there are also a lot of rare and powerful Pokemon. There's Electrodes, Raichus. I want to say there's even Chanseys found in here. So you can, catch them here instead of having to fight the Elite Four. You got that light screen up. I really don't want to fight that. This maze part can get tricky, but it's not too complicated. Most of the dead ends don't take you too far in, so you can just turn around right away. Rhydon's in here too, so if you don't feel like raising a Rhyhorn up to level 42 to evolve it, just come in here. These are the exact reasons the Elite Four does its best to keep weak trainers out of here. Ooh, and we got the level 55 finally. Yeah! Ooh, we want to learn Hyper Beam too? Not at the moment. This is it. If you've taken your Dratini and muscled it up to level 55, you evolve into the mighty Dragonite. Lance ain't got nothing on us. Let's take a moment to look at these beautiful stats we picked up. We're almost breaking 200 in the attack. Defense 160, look at those things. Special 166. It's a shame that attack stat's kind of going to waste since all our moves are special, but that's what dragons excel at. Let's leave you at the front of our party for a while, Drisnia. Let you wreck house with your new power. What are Venomoths doing in this cave anyways? I could almost understand the Rhydons and the Electrodes, but why Venomoth? Complete destruction. 'Tis the dragon way. Alright, let's get that repel back up. No need to be slowed down any further. All these dead ends, I feel like there should be hidden items in there. That Ultra Ball come in handy, though. There we go, I believe that's the ladder we want, right here. Okay. Glitch much? But don't walk down there, you get stuck. You get stuck and you can't get out. There we are. There's a wild Chansey. No need to fight with a Safari game if you just want to come here. They're also, I think, the strongest wild Pokemon you can encounter here that aren't like legendary encounters. What with, 64 level? Though I do believe they'll still try and run from you here. Okay, that double edge charged wrong too. We're gonna run away from you for now. I'm trying to save my party for what's to come. Shandy, you've turned on me. Now you know we're getting deep in the cave. The wild Pokemon are starting to outpace my own. This is where you come if you need to do some training. The Elite Four is nice and all because trainer Pokemon do give more experience, but the type weaknesses you can hit up here are extra nice. Mr. Terrapin, you're the strongest Pokemon I've got right now. Let's let you lead the charge. Yeah, if you're not prepared for this cave, all the other ones I've said it too, they'll whip you. This one will really whip you because the Pokemon here all have pretty much their ultimate moves. Oh, there's more wild Raichus too. Shandy. Your electric moves don't affect me anymore. That was a strange sound. And that attack drop wasn't even enough to save you. Another Ultra Ball? If nobody's allowed in here, how are these items getting here? That's the real question. If they ever do remake the Gen 1 games in 3D and whatnot, I'd love to see what this place looks like. All the other times it's been redone, both Heart Gold Soul Silver and what was it? Fire Red Leaf Green. They had like a crystal theme going on in here. And here it is. The final boss of Pokemon. I recommend you save before you encounter this, because this guy is gonna wreck you 3 ways past Sunday. Mew. The Genetic Abomination Mewtwo. Level 70. Pure Psychic type. Outrageously high special stat. Really good attack and defense. HP's not too shabby, and its speed is to die for. This is the single most powerful Pokemon in the game, and it's even going to be one of the most powerful Pokemon in existence still to this day. Generation 1, however, it has one nasty trick up its move that really solidified itself as the top dog, and that's the ability to learn Amnesia. This thing will raise its special stat to outrageous levels, to the point where if you hit a critical or stuff like that, you're going to be doing less damage because it ignores stat buffs, for starters, yeah. But I believe Mewtwo, if it uses 3 Amnesias, can cause its stats to wrap around, so it's as if it didn't even get a buff at all. But as you've seen so far, it has the move Swift, Barrier, it should have Psychic, and I want to say Recover. So Sleep is definitely the best way to handle this, but I don't have a Sleeper, so Paralysis is the way to go. There it is. Yeah, this thing, if you still have the Master Ball, this is the Pokemon you want to use it on. I, however, do not wish to use my Master Ball here, so I'm going to save it. I really should have used a PP up before coming in here. Let's get our special up to outrageous levels so its Psychic doesn't hurt us as much. There we go, now we can tank a couple. However, those Swifts are still gonna hurt. Maybe I should have taught it Harden when I got the chance. You know, it's pretty bad when Snorlax is outspeeding a Mewtwo and scoring critical hits. That's when you need to go home and think about your life. Guess one thing I didn't mention when I was talking over Mewtwo stats, in addition to having access to moves like Recover and Amnesia, Psychic being an outrageously powerful attack in general, it also can learn all sorts of elemental moves like Fire Blast, Thunder, Blizzard. This is a jack of all trades and master of them all too. In fact, when official tiers were a thing, Mewtwo had its own. Well, it shared it with another Pokemon, but we won't be seeing it for a while. Yeah, this thing, bring it anywhere where other Pokemon are fighting, you had to have your own Mewtwo to counter the other Mewtwo's. Alright. It's a shame you'll never run out of power points, so I can't just stall out your Recover. Yeah, that's a real bad problem with Mewtwo's really good speed. It gets criticals a lot more than it should. Let's see, you learned Hydro Pump at level 52. I didn't get to show that on camera. Let's see how much it does. Or miss. Excellent. Alright, let's try throwing Ultra Balls at you and see what happens. I brought 30 of them along, so hopefully that's enough. And of course, just like Legendary Birds, there's a very good chance you'll miss your ball throws. But, like I mentioned in Moltres, if it hits, it should be a capture. And there we have it. The final boss, Mewtwo. Most powerful Pokemon in existence. It was created by a scientist after years of horrific gene splicing and DNA engineering experiments. No, we do not wish to give a nickname to Mewtwo. Let's get out of here. Oh, Pallet Town was the last place we healed. Whoops! Well, I'll meet you guys back in Cerulean for another thing, so until then, I'll see you guys again. Alrighty. Now, I did say Mewtwo was the final boss, but there actually is one more encounter we can get, though it's not official. The only way to get the Pokemon Mewtwo was cloned from Mew was through an event. However, there is a glitch in the game that'll allow you to get it yourself. So you'll want to make sure Cerulean was the last Pokemon Center you visited. And remember those trainers I told you want to avoid fighting way back in the Nugget Bridge episode? Well, now we're going to go exploit a glitch to encounter them. So what you do, make sure you know exactly where this guy spawns. See how he spawns when you take a step down? Take that into mind. In fact, I even recommend saving before you try this in case you goof it up. Now make sure you have a Pokemon that can use Fly too, because this won't work otherwise. So the second you push the down button and you start taking your step, you need to pause the game. Yep, and see? Goofed it up. I'll reset, I'll catch you guys back again. Okay, I got it. It just took several resets. It's actually not that hard on, like, in reality, it's just the timing is just picky. What you want to do is, as soon as you step down and he spawns in, you want to fly away from him. Now what's going to happen, he's going to try to initiate a battle with us. But we're running away. Puts the game in a weird state, though, where it thinks we're in a battle, but we're not. There's a lot more to it than that, but all you need to know is we need to go fight that youngster we held off on fighting a while back. So, let's go back up that way. Thankfully, we took out all the other trainers, so there shouldn't be any interference. Don't mind me, just walking through the grass. Also, you'll notice if you try to talk to him about it, your buttons are disabled. So, you know, there's that. Now, when you do go to fight this guy, make sure he walks to you. The game may glitch out if he doesn't. So, well, let's see what happens. Dad took me to a great party on SS Anne at Vermilion. Got news for you, kid. The SS Anne's gone. It ain't ever coming back. I kind of feel bad fighting this kid with my superpowered Pokemon. But oh well, what you gonna do? Let's beat him with fire. Now that we've beaten him, our buttons will be enabled now. And we need to go back to the place we just came from. What it does is, depending on the special set of the last Pokemon you fought, certain things will be encountered when you go back onto the route you flew away from. When you walk onto it, you'll notice the menu pops right up. Just exit out of it and watch the magic. Wild Mew, level 7. Now, you could try to fight this, but this is the one Pokemon I recommend you save the Master Ball for. It is the true final boss of the Pokemon games. And we did it. Mewtwo's parent, and Mirage Pokemon Mew. The new species Pokemon. So rare that it is still said by many to be a mirage. Only a few people have even seen it worldwide, and we are one of those lucky few. Well, we've done it. We've done everything there is to really do in Pokemon Blue. You can go and complete the Pokédex now if you really feel like it. There's no reward outside of a certificate, though, that you get from Game Freak. Though, since I can't trade with anybody, I can't actually get that. But my Pokédex is pretty nice. I've seen all of them. Thanks to the Elite Four in that last battle with Mew and Mewtwo, that has filled up all the missing gaps in the Pokédex. And we've actually gone through and caught quite a few ourselves. We have 117 of the 151 available. So in terms of seeing, we're at 101%. So I'd like to thank you guys for sticking around for this episode, and for the entire series. We will be doing another one in about a week for a different game. I won't reveal what it is, but I can tell you, it'll be a bucket full of monkeys for worth of fun. That joke was so much better before I butchered it. So, yeah. Until next time, you guys stay beautiful, and I'll be back.